Welcome to our first stop on the way to Florida, the Ramada Inn in Selma, North Carolina. This is Selma, North Carolina, not Selma, Alabama, which is where the late, great John Lewis marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Now, I looked at Wikipedia, and there's not a lot going on in this Selma, population 6,300, give or take. TripAdvisor lists the Ruby Theater as its main attraction, and they have a very good Elvis impersonator. The reason we are in this Selma is because the city next door, Selma's sister city, is Smithfield, North Carolina, which is where Ava Lavinia Gardner grew up. Looking at TripAdvisor, the biggest attraction in Smithfield, North Carolina, is the Ava Gardner Museum, which we will be visiting later today and bringing to you on My Thoughts Exactly next week. You won't want to miss that. If you're a big fan of podcasts and whodunits, Wondery has a terrific new crime podcast called Murder in Hollywoodland. Kirk and I listened to it on the 500-mile drive down here. William Desmond Taylor, yeah, that's his name. William Desmond Taylor, the silent film director of the 1920s, was found murdered in his bungalow on a chilly February evening in Los Angeles. Who did it? The suspects include silent film star Mary Miles Minter. Oh no! Her overbearing mother, her stage mother, Charlotte Shelby. Taylor's thieving valet, Edward Sands, and another yet even bigger silent film star, Mabel Normand. You know Mabel Normand from the Broadway musical in the 1970s that Jerry Herman wrote, Mac and Mabel. That Mabel Normand. It's 6 episodes, and when one episode ends, trust me, you keep hitting play to hear the next one. It's narrated by Tracy Patton and the wonderful actor James Remar. Don't miss it. It's fantastic. Palm Beach Drama Works is one of the best regional theaters in the country, doing consistently amazing work. Kirk has worked there many, many times. During this time of COVID-19, they, as many regional theaters, have gone online, and they've started a series of interviews called Dramalogues. This week on YouTube, they interviewed Broadway veteran, Oscar winner, and 2-time Oscar nominee Estelle Parsons. Now, I have loved Estelle Parsons ever since I saw her years and years and years ago, decades ago, in the movie Bonnie and Clyde. Artistic director Bill Hayes speaks with Estelle about her entire career, which, unbeknownst to me, she began by singing like a nightclub act, singing jazz in nightclubs in Manhattan years and years ago. Then she started studying acting under Elia Kazan, and then she found her favorite director to work with, Arthur Penn. It is a terrific series of interviews. Now, I am going to, it's one interview, but it's terrific. I'm going to put the link down below. Check it out. Oh my gosh, well, we're off to Ava Gardner's museum to look at her shoes and dresses. So we'll report into you tomorrow from Georgia, our next stop. Bye, everybody. I'm here in Darien, Georgia, in our room at the Hampton Inn. We have a sofa. I'm catching up on the local news, and you'll be happy to know that they're breaking ground on a new animal control center with air-conditioned kennels. On TripAdvisor, it says that the #1 attraction in Darien is Fort King George, which was built in 1721 as the southernmost outpost of the British Empire. On Wikipedia, it states that there are 7 municipalities named Darien across the United States, the most famous one being Darien, Connecticut, I would assume. And in this Darien, Georgia, there are 32 historical markers scattered about the area. But since we're checking out in 10 minutes, that ain't gonna happen. During this time of COVID, the fantastic playwright and actor Charles Busch has put a lot of his work online in a Zoom format for us all to enjoy. The latest is through Primary Stages, and he's doing his 2014 play, The Tribute Artist, that was done back at 59 East 59 in 2014. That theater was wonderful. Kirk worked on it and did the lighting. The play, let me tell you, works just as well online in a Zoom format as it did on stage. It's that good. And since it's a Charles Busch play, there are tons of hysterical situations and twists and turns in the plot. The play also stars the fantastic Julie Halston and the equally fantastic Jonathan Walker, and it is directed by the very, very talented Carl Andres. The plot, a little bit of the plot because I don't want to give it away. A female impersonator takes the identity, assumes the identity of his super wealthy roommate in order to inherit her wealth. That is all I'll say. Now, since it supports Primary Stages, there is a price for tickets. It's $35, and if you're a member, it's $25. And there are 2 performances left. Tonight, Saturday at 8 p.m., and tomorrow, Sunday at 2 p.m. Now, to get a ticket, you go to the Primary Stages website, and the website is primarystages.org/shows. I'll put it right here online. I really suggest you get a ticket and support Primary Stages. It is very, very funny. It's always a pleasure to see the amazing Charles Busch. I would see him read this newspaper. And he's just brilliant. So I really suggest you see that. Last night, Kirk and I, to put us in a spooky, spooky Halloween mood, we watched the 1959 William Castle cult classic, House on Haunted Hill, that stars Vincent Price and Carol Omart. Now, Carol Omart never became a huge star. Hollywood groomed her to be the next Marilyn Monroe, and, well, unfortunately, that didn't work out. So she is primarily known for being in this 1959 black and white cult classic, House on Haunted Hill. It streams free if you have Amazon Prime, and there are 2 versions. The black and white version, and in 2004, 2005, they colorized it. Kirk and I opted for the black and white version. Plus, there's a 1999 remake, which I heard is not quite as good as the original with Vincent Price. So check it out on Amazon Prime. This is October. Everyone's going to get ready for Halloween, whichever way we can celebrate Halloween this year. Oh, and in a few weeks, I will have my Halloween special for My Thoughts Exactly, which will be a big Halloween show, but I ain't giving any of it away. Yesterday's trip to the Ava Gardner Museum was amazing. It far exceeded my greatest expectations. So if you're passing through North Carolina, make a detour off of I-95 and check out the Ava Gardner Museum in Smithfield. And we spent a lot of time in the gift shop, and we bought all these wonderful things. We have a recipe card for her coconut cake. We have a Christmas tree ornament for our first tree in Palm Air. And we have all these wonderful books. So I'm just going to sit here and look through this Ava Gardner book while Kirk packs the car because we're leaving in a... Hey, don't drop that. Thanks, everybody. See you next week on My Thoughts Exactly. Bye.